Your defense is the reason you're losing games right now in Madden 26. It's no secret, it's why you clicked on this video, but don't worry. I'm breaking down 3 defensive secrets and keys that will instantly fix your defense. So that in your next online game, you can start turning people over, start getting off the field on 4th down, and start dominating like you know you deserve to. But I will warn you, if you skip any of the 3 things I talk about in this video, it could be the reason why you're still losing games in Madden 26. I wouldn't want that to happen to you, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so it doesn't really matter the formation for the offense. These are just kind of basic things that I like to do regardless of the formation that they're running. So we're going to start with the first thing, which is going to be our coaching adjustments on defense, what we like to do. So we're going to just talk about this. We have our defensive motion response. Make sure this on disabled unless you're running man coverage. Then you obviously want guys to follow. But in zone coverage, you don't want to realign or follow. You don't want any of that to happen, right? So you want to have that on disabled. Now aggressive here, I like, unless you're playing against a fast quarterback, like if you're playing against Lamar, if you're playing against Josh Allen, you're playing against guys in MUT that are fast like Michael Vick, leave this on you want to have it on conservative. But if you're playing against a guy who can't really run, just leave him. So honestly, it just depends game to game who you're playing against. But RPO pass key, make sure this is on conservative. You want to make sure your guys do as good as possible of a job of guarding RPOs. Kind of nonsense here a little bit. This isn't that good, but it helps a little bit. But these are the key, your zone drops. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. The first thing, every defense you run, you want to make sure your safety depth is on close. And the reason why is we're going to show it off right here. We're going to put ourselves in a regular cover 3 defense. And right here we actually have our safety depth on default, and you're going to see the player right here. And all the offense really has to do is, if they're in normal wide up close, for example, all they're going to do is they're going to motion out their tight end just like this, and then they're going to probably call a route combination like this, where they're just attacking up of both seams like this, and then they're just going to pass lead that seam inside because your safeties are just simply too far back. Even if we go to the other side right here, press our defense, I mean, even if you press your defense, your guys just aren't really close enough. So we're going to go ahead and motion out Bucky Irving here. And this time you're going to see, boom, once again, safety's not in position. And people love to just quick snap seam throws in this game. It's crazy. So you really need to make sure, boom, you come back into these coaching adjustments, put this safety depth on close so that they're 8 yards off. And so you see, if we're going to call this same cover 3 defense, this time we're going to be playing a lot better defense. And you're just seeing, look how much closer we are to, you know, the line of scrimmage right here on defense. So if they go ahead, call the same route combination, motion out Bucky Irving once again. This time, this is our player here, and you can see, doesn't matter the seam that they try to throw, that's not an open pass. Other seam to Emeka Buka isn't open either. So boom, I mean, you just see double teamed, hooks are dropping back. Over here, you can see hooks are dropping back once again. Guys are much closer to the ball, in a much better position. And even if you want to run a 2-high defense, right, so you audible to Tampa 2, well, now you can see where these guys are. Obviously, this time I'm just going to put 2 streaks in the field, and boom, you can see, I mean, just again, hooks are in great position, and then also our deep zones are just, they're not giving up just ridiculous amounts of space. And it really is crazy how much different it is playing on default versus playing on close. But I mean, you could just see it. I mean, having your safeties close enough makes it to where your hooks can afford to drop back a little bit and then close that cushion that's available for the offense if they want to take it. So I would recommend having your safety depth on close. But then the second thing that I'm going to break down here is going to be your hook zones, your flats, and your curl flats here, so your zone drops, in combination with your safety depth being on close. If you're going to play zone coverage, make sure that you have these on 5, right? Or excuse me, one of them on. If you want to play match coverage, make sure they're all in default. One of my favorite coverages, though, and it's something I haven't really talked about here so far this year, is going to be the double Mable coverage, right? So this means that we're going to have a deep flat and a shallow flat on both sides. Now there's also the new custom zones feature, so it makes zone drops a little bit more obsolete, where you can just do a lot of this stuff at the line of scrimmage. But you know, I still think doing stuff pre-play is better than doing it post-snap if you can control it. But here they're just going to go ahead and call it flood concept on both sides, especially on the right. But here we're just going to take the snap, and you can just kind of see how that corner route does a great job of getting guarded right there by Jair Alexander. He's in a good position with a 20-yard zone drop. And then we're going to see on the other side again to Emeka Egbuka. This time number 2 out here is going to do a great job of just sitting on this, taking away this throw window. But the key thing that makes this coverage so good is they can't throw this flat right here. I mean, they can take it for a yard or 2 if they want, but we do a good job sitting at 5 yards, taking away the sideline. And really, people love these flood concepts. You're gonna say the middle of the field's wide open, but if they're not gonna throw anything over the middle, they're not gonna call route combinations over the middle, why guard over the middle? If they're going to just attack the sideline like a lot of people do, they can't throw over the middle. Well, now you have a great opportunity with the double Mable coverage with your zone drops to be able to take away the short sideline and the deep sideline on both sides at the same time. So like I told you, this is going to be the ultimate guide. So make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe so that you can get all of this great content in the future as well. But jumping right into it here with this second kind of portion of this video, we're going to be talking about something that will take your defense to a whole nother level. But don't worry, the third tip of this video is going to be game changing. You're not going to want to miss it. But here we go. We're going to be talking about switch stick here. So obviously you have, if you're going to run nickel single mug, you can run cover 4 quarters. You can get after the quarterback right with your blitzes. But honestly, I mean, if you know how to play coverage defense, you can beat 90% of people that you play. You don't even need to run these crazy exotic blitzes. If you just want to send 3, send 2, you can really do that, because you're just going to see I have 2 controls right here in practice mode, and I'm still going to be able to do this perfectly. So boom, switch stick onto him, switch stick onto him, and now you can see their whole play is guarded. Again, a regular 4-man rush, no custom stunts, no crazy twist. I mean, not even crazy defensive line either. I mean, Ravens defensive line good, but we just get one shed. Okay, so you see, play starts, I'm on Roquan Smith. I flick the right stick in the direction of the player that I want to switch onto, which is Kyle Hamilton out here, because I want to make sure I take away this flat route. So I switch onto Kyle Hamilton, boom, and now you can see, yeah, right here, I switch stick onto this hook zone. This is a hook zone, so if I didn't switch stick, this route would be wide open on the sideline. But now you see I switch onto him, undercut the route. The offense can't throw this, and now they're on the ground. Now, if they had more time in the pocket, I might come back and try to switch stick again back onto Roquan Smith, and now guard Mike Evans on this backside dig. So there's so many possibilities with these switch stick plays, right? I'm gonna call this random play. I don't even know what their route combination is, but we're just gonna play it like we're switch sticking. I mean, this is just beautiful defense. And I will say with the switch stick, it's high risk, high reward, but honestly, once you get really good with it, you get enough reps in, you're able to kind of not give up that many big plays over the top. So you see, boom, switch stick onto Kyle Hamilton here, because we're going to come down and take away this swing route to Bucky Irving, and then you see there's a spot route in the middle, so I'm going to switch stick onto this guy right here, just take this away briefly, boom, and then we're going to just take away the middle of the field back onto Roquan Smith. If Mike Evans were to run a dig, we would be right there to take that away. So you see how many times I'm switch sticking one play. It used to be, when this feature switch stick came out in Madden 25, if you switch stick one time in a play, you were considered good. But now all the top pro players are switch sticking 2-3 times in one play, taking away everything. And honestly, switch sticking on defense makes your defense 10 times better. I'll say this, if you don't switch stick on defense, it feels like if I'm on offense, it feels like I'm playing against a computer, bro. All you have to do on offense is set up a flood concept to one side of the field or a mesh concept. It's just easy. But when they switch stick, bro, now I don't really want to throw the ball as much and be as reckless with the football as I can be in this game when they are switch sticking. So I would say practice that, flicking the right stick in the direction of player you want to switch stick onto. It's going to take some practice at first, but once you get the hang of it and you're able to do it multiple times in one play, you're going to be able to take your defense to another level. All Alright, so I promised you guys that the final tip of this video was going to be the best one. So it's going to be, I mean, you're taking your defense overnight, and obviously you can play great pass defense with the switch stick. Obviously you can have the best possible defense settings on as far as your coaching adjustments go. But at some point, bro, you got to get the quarterback on the ground. So that's what we're going to be talking about here with this nickel stingle mug. I mean, I've talked about this blitz a good amount in YouTube shorts and TikToks in full videos. But it still remains unseized, bro. It's still one of the best blitzes here in this game, probably the best, and really no competition that I've seen. Dime 1-4 is good, but this is just really on its own level here in its own league. So all you're gonna do, call the Texas 4-man custom stunt in the pre-play menu, like you just saw. So hold that A button, come into cover 4 quarters, scroll down to the bottom to the Texas 4-man custom stunt. And then you're going to pass commit your defense, spread your defensive line, and hover right here over 62. So you're going to see, boom, hover, and we're able to get quick pressure on the quarterback. Normally, honestly, I mean, you come in free, completely unblocked. Obviously, when you have faster defensive linemen, it's going to make it a little bit better here. But boom, there you go. Once again, that time Kyle Van Noy comes flying in. I even believe he got chipped right there, and he's still able to come in free. Boom. Yeah, he kind of gets chipped by K-Dot and the tight end, but he's still able to just, I mean, offensive line completely clueless against this blitz. It really is one of the wilder things that I've seen. It's been good since the day the game came out. It was good in college football 26 before Madden even came out, and still EA did a title update that doesn't even fix this. I've seen blitzes in the past from EA at launch, and they get immediately fixed in the first patch. Like Madden 23, nickel, whatever it was, 33 stack, got patched so fast. It was so good, and it's kind of surprising to me that this blitz didn't get patched, although maybe because this blitz has very consistent pass protection that can stop it. So honestly, no, I'm not mad at EA for leaving it in, honestly, because there's a very simple pass protection that I talked about in my last video, how to block every blitz in the game. I also talked about it in a couple of my recent YouTube shorts. The pass protection's easy, so if you want to see that, go check out those videos. But I can understand, I guess, why EA left it in the game. So again, all you're doing, pass committing, spreading your defensive line, hovering right here, and you're just seeing it. I mean, the Ravens defense, these guys are kind of slow, bro. Like, honestly, this blitz comes in 65-70% of the time, and these dudes are kind of just, I mean, I'm talking completely unblocked coming in. I mean, these guys are getting pretty good sheds right now. That's what's supposed to happen, like, every time with this blitz. So it's kind of annoying when it doesn't, but still a really good blitz to come in as often as it does. I mean, they're gonna have major problems if they can't set pass protection. If they're constantly sending 5 out versus you, I would definitely start running this. So boom, I mean, just really good. And so when you're able to combine that with the first tip of this video, right, you go into Tampa 2 right here, you pass commit your defense, right, you're going to just stand right here. So this time we're going to be calling the double Mable. We're going to set up our custom zones, drop back, and this is kind of what I'm talking about, where you can use the custom zones feature on the fly if you don't have zone drop set. So press Y, then press Y again, and then click on the guy you want to adjust. So I want to adjust X right here, and then hold LB, and then I'm gonna move him 2 notches up, so it's gonna look something like this. And then when I put my slot corner in the core flat, now I have essentially the double Mable defense set up. So I spread my line, I pass commit. This is gonna do a great job of taking away their flood concepts, and now we're able to just do a great job of taking away everything. Again, have to make sure you're having a good user over the middle of the field, because you can't just get complacent with this. You can't just rely on your pressure entirely, because if it doesn't come in, then you're screwed, right? So you don't want that to happen. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say you're screwed. I would just say that, you know, you have to make sure you're having a good user. If you don't have a good user and your pressure doesn't come in, then you're screwed. But honestly, I mean, this blitz comes in pretty quickly. Boom, do it again. That time, Kyle Van Noy and the crew are able to just loop in. So really good pass defense. Alone, just with the blitz, having a good blitz makes your pass defense look really good. But then when you make it foolproof by adding the first tip, the double Mable coverage, also having your safety depth on close, having zone drops on the best zone drops, foolproof defense, a foolproof guide on how to play defense here in Madden 26. You implement all 3 of those strategies, you're going to be locking up 99% of the people that you play against and making them sustain drives over and over again down the field. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully it helped you out. You know, foolproof guide, how to play defense, best defense settings, how to run one of the best coverages here in this game, from the cover to double Mable shell, having those deep flats and short flats on both sides, take away the sideline, force them to throw over the middle, gonna help you beat a lot of people you play against. And then also having one of the best blitzes, the best blitz right now still in Madden 26 from the nickel single mug Texas 4-man custom stunt. So if that video helped you out, check out this video right here where I break down the Vikings defensive ebook in full, all the best formations, all the best setups, run defense, red zone defense, pass defense, everything you need to become dominant in combination with this video on defense here in Madden 26. But I'll see you on the next video. Peace.